Hi guys, I welcome you all back to my channel. My name is Aisha. In today's video I will be showing you how to cut and sew bootcut trouser. If you are new to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video you'll be notified. To cut out bootcut trouser, to get our folding for the fabric, you divide your tat by 2. What you have there at the side, there will be like a shape at the down aspect, so it depends on you the inches that you will be adding to it. So the inches that you'll be adding to the 2 side, you add it up to the tight plus 1 inch. So that's how to get the wideness of the folding for your fabric when cutting. This bootcut trouser that I'm about to cut, I will be adding it to the upper part because I'm using it in form of jumpsuit. So the upper part that I'm using, I use 15 inches for the upper part. So I will remove 15 inches from my full length, and the full length I'm using is 57. So I remove 15 inches from 57. So I'll come here. So this is my starting point. So I'll come here, I will remove 15 inches from here. So from there, I will be taking my full length. And at the down aspect, I will be adding 1.5 inch to it, plus 1/2 inch at the upper part for the joining at the upper part. So 1.5 plus 1/2 inch, that will give us 2 inches. So that means I will be adding 2 inches to my full length, which is 57 plus 2, that will give us 59 inches. So I'll come here, I'll measure 59 inches. So I have 59 inches here. So to get our hip line for our jumpsuit, because I'm using this trouser for jumpsuit, to get our hip line for our jumpsuit, so I will be making use of 15 inches. So this is the 1/2 inch. So let me measure the 1/2 inch. So you measure the 1/2 inch that you use for the joining. So this is the 1/2 inch. This is the 1/2 inch. So from here, for my hip length, I will be making use of 25.5. So this is 15 inches from here. You measure 25.5. So this is my hip length. To get your crotch length, you come here. Whatever you measure after your 1/2 length from the center, you measure it towards the down aspect in between your laps. So you measure it to get your crotch length. That's the picture of how to take your crotch length. But because this is jumpsuit, you will add 3 inches to the crotch length that you took for trouser. Because this is jumpsuit, we add 3 inches to your crotch length. You can add 3 inches or 3.5 to your crotch length to get your crotch length for your jumpsuit. But if it is normal trouser, you make use of that particular inches that you took from here. So I will be adding, my normal crotch length is 11, so I will be adding 3 inches to it, making 14 inches. So I'll come here, and I'll also add another 1/2 inch to it. So this is making 14.5. So this is my crotch length. So I add another 1/2 inch to it, making 14.5. So my normal crotch length is 11 inches. I add 3 inches to it, so plus another 1/2 inch, making 14.5. So this is my crotch length. My new length from this second line here, I will measure 21 inches. So this is my new So this is my new length. So this is my hip, crotch, and the new bit. This side here, I will be taking 2 inches from here. From this side, you come to this side, you measure 2 inches downward. So I'll measure 2 inches downward. So this is it. So now I'll come to the upper part here at the waistline. Here, I'll come here at the waistline. I'll mark 1 inch. I'll go from this line. From this line here, you mark 1 inch inward. So this is 1 inch. So I'll come to the new line also. I'll mark 1.5. This is 1.5 from the new line. This is my curl. I will shape it to my hip. So after then, I will be taking my circumference measurement. You come here, the waist I'm using is 40 inches. I will divide my waist by 4. That will give, this is 40. So I will be adding 1.5 inch to it. This is my 1.5. I'll come to the hip. The hip I'm using is 44. I'll measure 44 inches here. This 44 from here plus 1.5 inch. This is it for the inseam allowance, and this is the crotch length. So I'll come here. I'll be making use of my chart measurement here. The chart I'm using is 28. You divide your chart by 2. So 28 divided by 2, that will give us 4. So this is 14 inches here plus 1 inch. You make use of 1 inch here. So this is 1 inch plus 1 inch. So I'll shape it from here. You can make use of your French curve, and you can make use of your free hand. So this is it. So I've shaped it. So from there, I'll come to my new length. I'll be starting my measurement from here, not from here. You start your measurement from here. So the new I'm using is 17.5. You divide your new by 2. So this is 17.5. I'll be adding 1 inch to it, and this is the 1 inch. So from here, you shape it to this point. So now I'll be coming to the down aspect here. Aspect, you come to the new here where we go in by 1.5 inch. This is 1.5, so you straighten it to the down aspect. So this is it. So from here, you measure whatever you have here. So we have 10 inches from this line that will go in by 1.5 here. So you start your measurement from here. Whatever you have here, we have 10 inches here. So you come to the down aspect here. Measure your 10 inches upward. That's it. This is it. So from here now, I will be making use of 3 inches. You can decide to use 4, you can decide to use 5. It depends on how you want it, and you can decide to use 2 inches. But as for me, I will be making use of 3 inches here for the wideness at the down aspect. So I will measure 3 inches at the right side and 3 inches at the left side. So you come here, you measure 3 inches. The same thing, what you measure here is the same thing that you measure here also. So 3 inches. So from there, I will shape it to this point here, this place, and from this point I will shape it to this point also. So let me do that. So this is our boot cut, so you can see it. So we've shaped it here at the down aspect. So now the upper part here, I will be coming downward by 1 inch. I will come here, I will measure 1 inch. So this 1 inch. So I will shape it from here to this point here. So you shape it. You can make use of your free hand or your French curl. So I'm making use of my own free hand. So this is it. So you are cutting straight trouser. You make use of this line. You can see this line. You know, this line is straight, so you cut it straight this way. But because we are cutting boot cut trouser, that's the reason for this 3 inches at the down aspect. I have a video on how to cut pant trouser. I'll be dropping the link below for you to watch. So now here, sorry for that. So from this crotch here, you shape it. You can see. So from this crotch here, you shape it to meet the nail here. This is it. This is our boot cut trouser. Front aspect on the back aspect. I also fold it into 2. This is it. And at the back, we will be adding some inches to it for our trouser to be balanced. So you come here. You know, at the upper part here, we remove 1 inch from the front aspect. We'll add that 1 inch back to it. We'll now measure another 1 inch again. So this is it. I will be taking 2 inches from here. So this 2 inches. So you draw that line up this way. So from there, I'll slant it to this point to meet here my French curve. So from here, from this point here, you give it shape to meet this edge here. don't mind me using these edges because the length of my Ankara is small, so that's why I have to use this side. So now we'll come to this part, to the crotch length. We'll be adding 1.5 inch. You add 1.5 inch to your crotch. So this is 1.5 inch here. So this is it. So you can see this is it. So here I'll come to the nail. Also I'll add 1 inch to it at the nail. So from this nail line here, you add 1 inch downward. So from here I'll be adding 1 inch downward. This is 1 inch. You don't need to add to this other side, just this side here, the side towards the crotch. So that's where you add your 1 inch. You don't need to add to the hip side. Shape it to this side. This is it. So I'll be adding that to my back trouser, but at the front aspect I'm not adding that to it. So I'll come, for me to add that to the back aspect, you come here, you come to the hip line here, you add your dart measurement. I'm making use of 1 inch, so this is my dart here. So from here I will shape it. You can see. So this is it. I will shape it to this side here. So this is my dart at the back. So now out. So you can see this is the front aspect and this is the back aspect. So now we'll come to the back part of the back aspect. So I'll come here, I'll measure what I want to use for my dart. So I'm making use of 4.5, so where my dart will be. So you measure 4.5 from here. So this 4.5, so you notch it. That's where my dart will be at the back aspect, but at the front aspect I'm not adding that to it at the front aspect. So that's all is sewing aspects, front aspect and the back aspect. Let me do that. You pick one of the front and one of the back aspects, the front and the back aspect. But firstly I will add my dart to the back aspect. Let me do that. So now we join it at the side, the hip side. Pick it this way. Now we'll join it together. you pick it this way and you start your sewing from the down aspect. Measurement, you can see the folding. This is the back aspect. You know, we had 1 inch to the back aspect at the side of the center back, so this is the 1 inch. You can see it. So when you fold it this way, the 1 inch will come to this side. So we take our new measurement from there, you fold it this way, you can see it. So from here, so, and the new measurement I'm using is 17.5. So this is 17.5. So now I'll be taking my 17.5 from here. Applies to the second leg. I'll be adding the darts to the back aspect also. Need to iron both leg first before joining it at the center here. Let me do that. So I'll come to the center here. You open the inseam at the back, you open it this way. You can see you open it this way, you open the inseam at the back this way, and same thing applies to the second. You open the inseam this way. This is it. So from there you join it at the center here. So make sure the lines are equal, the sewing lines are equal. To the back aspect here, so I will leave the inches that I will use for my zip. So I'll come here, I'll measure 8 inches downward. You can see it's 8 inches from here. I'll measure 8 inches, so I will stop my sewing where my 8 inches stop. So I'll come to the center and sew it up to the front aspect. So I'll come here again, I'll sew it up to the front aspect. So I'll do that. So now I will be joining this to the upper part, to the back aspect here. So you measure whatever you have here, you lay it very well. And you come here, you measure whatever you have here. So you can see I have 5.2 here. So this is 5.2. So I'll come to the back aspect of the trouser. I will divide my 5.2 into 2. That will give me 2.6 each. So I'll come here, I'll measure 2.6. So I'll come here, I'll measure 2.6. This is it. You can see this is it. You come to the other side also from there. So measure 2.6 here from the back. So I'll place this here. I'll start my sewing from here. to the center. Start my sewing from here, so you can sew to the center round. If you find this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have any question or suggestion, you can drop it in the comment section below. Kindly subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.